What's going on YouTube? Soccer Maverick Pilot here in DCS World. Today I'll be flying the P-51D Mustang on the Charnwood Campaign mission number 1. So there's a lot of things to talk about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is how it's completely different from the other DCS World aircrafts. Now the other DCS World aircrafts, it's really like cheating. You're using the GPS, you're using the HUD screen, you're using technology to your advantage, you're using your autopilot, and it's really mundane and boring. This right here will make you feel like a real pilot. You have to worry about your fuel temp, your carburetor temperature. You also got to worry about the coolant temperature. You have to worry about your fuel quality. You also got to worry about where you're flying, your destination, your heading, your nautical miles, your time, which I'll talk about in a second, and also looking around you where you're at. And it's also more about scale than luck, and also computerized and everything else, because this right here will make you really feel like an actual pilot. Also, the mission ties in with the real war of World War II and also World War One, because back then it's also about this. When you're flying, when you're a pilot, when you're a fighter pilot or even a bombardier in World War One or even World War Two, your chances of survival is extremely slim. And if you miss the mission, if you forgot the target, missed the target, but you still fly back in one piece and you land on an airfield, you pass the mission. By you surviving the war, you have passed this day mission, and the next day is another mission. That's what it's all about. After reading the actual manual, after reading the manual for the Charnwood campaign, they emphasize that. They emphasize that they want you to enjoy your flight, to fly, man, to fly, to look at your sectional chart on your knee board, look at the map, and look at your directions, and look where you're going, and utilizing your friends, utilizing your wingman, your group, and finding other target opportunities. Or maybe not. Maybe you just want to fly around and give orders, and then, you know, tell the mission what's going on and fly back. You could do that as well. Whereas when you're flying the A-10, the F-15, or the Su-27, or the 33, or even the MiG-21, or the other aircrafts on DCS World, it's all about the trigger. You have to go to a certain route, certain map, trigger the map, then look for your mission, your target. If you forgot your target, you missed the target or the opportunity to catch up with the target, then you've completely failed the mission. That feels like a chore to me, whereas this does not at all. I feel like a real pilot. So how are we going to fly this aircraft, and how are we going to like go through our routes, our destination, and etc.? How do we find a target without utilizing no GPS, no HUD screen, not even the F-10? I don't F-10 at all, because F-10 is like a cheat. It's like, oh, you're here, so you gotta fly here. Oh, there's your target, or you found other targets. Fuck that. Fuck the F-10. I want to really feel like a real pilot. The only thing that's left is actually being in a real live cockpit, smelling the engine, smelling the fuel, smelling, you know, and actually flying. That's the only thing that's left from this actual simulator. So, but anyways, let's get started. All this information is extremely prudent to our destination, because here's what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to show you. First, the time. This is important. You got to use the time, because I'm going to use dead reckoning. What's dead reckoning? I'm going to show you. So, in the map, you can't really find any landmarks, any specific landmarks. You know, some missions will give you specific landmarks to go by, so you can utilize pilotage, because you saw the landmark, you could pinpoint it to your chart, and you figure out where you're at. But I like dead reckoning, because you could go to this heading 146. It's going to be 12 nautical miles. Okay, so by using the E6B flight computer, I'm going to calculate this aircraft is going 150 knots. So 150 knots. It's pretty slow because I have bombs, and I'm also climbing. But I'm 12 nautical miles away. By using the computer, I see that I'm exactly 4 minutes and 58 seconds away from my destination. Okay, that's great. So that's my time of ETA destination from here, the airfield, to there. So I do have some dead reckoning on some pilotages here. So right here, I got two rivers. This is the Y. The first river is past it. The second river, there's my target opportunity. I'll be approaching this side. This is where I'm coming from. In the aerial view, I see that bridge. So here's the two rivers. Here's the Y. So I'm coming from here, and I'll be dropping my bombs there. Too easy. There will be some AAA and flak. Be careful with that. Not that much air activity, but still be careful. And then this, it shows me that someone else probably gonna blow up my bridge. Because look at this. There's a lot of trucks, a lot of mechanized transportation armor. So it looks like it wants me to shoot down or bomb something. There is a more graphic and specific of what's going on in the war. And there is my altitude settings. So it's going to be roughly at 5,000. There's going to be a little cloud coverage. That's it. So if you've never flown this aircraft before, it's very easy. It just takes some time to get used to it. Close the canopy. This is the first thing you want to do. Turn on the batteries. Don't need this lights all the way bright. Because they talk a lot, I'm going to have it in ATC. If you leave it off, there's going to be so much radio chatter, it's not even funny. ATC, we're at Rackaville.
Colt 1-1, request startup. Colt 1-1, cleared for startup, wind 0.
Alright.
At 3 meters per second.
Let's put the flaps all the way up. You're not going to see it move because it's not electronic, it's hydraulics. Jeez. Hurry up, dude. Shut up. Okay, so the flaps is all the way up, and you're not going to see it move until you turn the engine on because it's a hydraulic system. So what you want to do, carb heat on, hot air, rudder on 6. The reason why, because it's a prop plane. The propeller is moving so much faster than the one side than the other. It's pulling more energy on the left side, and it's moving towards one direction. So the propeller is going to push it to the left. So we got to compensate that. That's why we want it to go to the right. Alright, after that's done, let's have it at 10% while starting up. That's pretty good. Fuel on. Magnetos on both. Let's go ahead and put the parking brakes on so nothing else will move. This aircraft will not going to move while we start up. Fuel booster on. See the needle go up. Prime it for 3 seconds. Left hand on the mixture. I have it in the HOTAS. My right hand on the starter. So go ahead. Contact. On run. Close this. And let's put the RPMs back down to 12. Is pretty good. After we completed that, there's a good engine start up. It was great. Let's go ahead and let's look at our instrument gauges. Uncage this. We're heading to 146. So change this. Change it. 1, 4, and then 6 right there. Altitude setting was 2983. So change that. And you can look at it by seeing. There you go. 2983. Let's look at it more closely, and it's gonna be right about there. That's good. After we completed all that, let's make sure our bombs are set. Bombs, both. Arm them. You have to arm them. If you do not arm them, the bombs ain't gonna do nothing. That's it. So we completed that. Now let's do the runway.
Colt 1-1, request taxi to runway.
Let's wait for them. Now they're gonna say clear for runway. Once we do that, let's not forget the carb heat. Let's turn it off. Back to normal. and turn it off. This is important because our carb temperature is now in the green, so we can turn it off. But if it's low, extremely low, especially in the cold temperatures, you want to keep it running till it's green. Now, because it's already green, we gotta turn it off. If you don't turn it off, you're gonna overheat the carburetor and it's gonna seize your engine. That's important. So we're clear to take off, so we're good to go. Take the brakes off, put little power, not that much, and you see the engines. The engine's really powerful, and the aircraft is already moving. All you need is a little tap, and that's it. And I'm already in the runway. This is the runway. Too easy. There you go. Yeah, because I didn't ask for it. Okay, so we're right in line with the runway. Alright, so make sure my carburetor's turned off, so I won't overheat the engine. My rudder's good to go. Alright, so everything is good. So let's go ahead and put the joystick back. So power full. And you want it, let's look up, there you go. Increase the manifold pressure. Increase the power, increase it. Good. Maintain visual on the runway. And we're going to take off soon. Not that much. There you go. Gears up. That was a good takeoff. That was really good. Alright. Let's start the time now. So it's going to be 5:36 when we started. Let's go ahead towards our destination. 5:36. We're heading to 146. Alright, let's lower the RPMs. Let's lower the manifold pressure because our carb temp is extremely high already. So let's go ahead and leave that there. Alright, so now that we have our gear ups and also we don't have flaps extend or anything like that, now that we've taken off, let's take the fuel booster, turn it off. That's important. The fuel booster is only for takeoff, landings, and it's only good for switching tanks. So you don't need that on. Alright, so now we're heading at 146 and our carb temp seems like it's going down. Let's go ahead and head to our destination. And remember, we left at 5:36. So we got still 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. So we're still good on that. So let's go ahead and maintain our heading. And let's go ahead and change and fix our trim and fix anything else that we need to do. So our trim is bad because look at the rudder. Look like it's pushing a lot. There you go. Look at the black ball. Our black ball is good. So if we have too much airspeed, this is important. We want to keep it at 150. So if we got too much airspeed, all you gotta do is put your nose a little bit up and that's it. So look what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my nose really high up. You can see that it's gonna decrease a lot of airspeed. And if you're going too slow, all you gotta do is put your nose down. Put your nose down to the horizon, and you're gonna do just fine. So if you're gonna put your nose down to the horizon, you see that you're gonna gain some airspeed, and there you go. You're gaining airspeed, and then you're gonna maintain your airspeed by just moving your nose a little bit up or down. That's all you have to do. You don't have to mess with your RPMs. Someone blew the bridge already. I wonder who that is. Alright, so we're maintaining our heading indicator. Let's go ahead and switch it to D because we're away from the airport, the airfield. See, there's a lot of chatter. And it looks like they're already blowing up their mission, so that's good. Alright, so let's see how much time we got left. So if we left at 36 and it takes us 4 minutes, so we got 2 minutes left, roughly 2 minutes left to get to our destination. Alright, so let's see our progress, see how we're doing. So there's that Y. Oh, thank you for destroying it. Alright, so there's that Y, and I see the bridge, so we still got some time left.
Roger. We're watching flag at low level. Thanks for the heads up. Out.
Alright, so it's going to be already 40. And we got 48 seconds left. So to our destination. So there's that Y, and we got some 40 seconds left. And let's see, where's our bridge? Right there. There's our bridge. That thing's already destroyed. Someone said they destroyed it. No, it's not. Let's go ahead. Put our gun sight on.
Contact air defense target, 12 o'clock, 45.
Add the manifold pressure. Whoa, holy crap. Let's go ahead. Let's dive bomb this bitch. There you go. Oh, that was a good drop. Let's see, it's gonna go good. I think I blew it up. Yes. Sweet. Alright, but blowing my bridge up. You saw it blown up, and there's so much flak. I need to get out of here. There's too much AAA guns. There's 3 bridges on this river, but you know I'm good. So the next one is gonna be 195. So let's go ahead to our direction 195. Damn it! Get the fuck out of here. Okay, so we're at 195, and damn, there's. I'm serious, man. Alright, so 195, there's my direction, 195, and it's gonna be 20 nautical miles, and I'm going 200 is a good number, 200. So I gotta change my E6B computer to 200. 200 initiated, and it's gonna take me 6 minutes. See that S? That S right there? It looks like an S. And see those things? They're right there. I know exactly where we're at. There's the town. Bam. And we had a couple seconds left. Alright, so we're above this town. Let's go to 046. And let's start the time now. Alright, so 046. And that's 50. It's gonna be 53 minutes. Alright, so it's gonna be 32 nautical miles. So 32 nautical miles on my flight computer, and let's still maintain 270. So at 270 knots, and it's gonna be 32 nautical miles. It's going to take us 7 minutes and 10 seconds to get there. Not bad. Alright, so let's maintain that heading. That's important. Alright, so I see a city to my left. And that city looks like this city right here. So let's go ahead and look to my left. See, they're identical. Yeah, they are. Because it looks weird. It looks like a person pointing at someone. And this looks like a person pointing at someone. So we're in the right track. So we got 3 minutes left to get to our destination. So we're doing good. There's the town. Bam. And we got some time to spare. No, we still got some seconds left. I forgot. So we got like 40 seconds left. 40, 50. So not bad. Okay. So now that we got to our destination, let's head home at 291. That sounds like a great idea. This dude is... What the fuck is wrong with this dude? He's all fucked up. Now let's go ahead and head towards that direction. 291? 291. Alright, so yes, we are heading toward home because I see the coastline. That coastline saves my life. Because every time I see that coastline, that means I'm very close to the airfield I always go to. Alright, so let's go ahead and try to trim much as possible on this flight. So it's going to say 31 nautical miles, but you know what? As long as I maintain 291, I don't have to worry about the time. So I'm going to let go of that E6B computer. So let's go ahead and leave the E6B computer. But I know there's going to be a lot of flags, so I do have to pull up. That's what she said. So, alright, so there is my city right there. I see my city. That's good. So, now from Carvor, next is heading straight home. So today we cover a lot of things. Well, the most important thing is about the Dead Reckoning, because you don't have no GPS or a HUD screen to help you, to guide you through the waypoints and also to get to your destination. It's important to know Dead Reckoning navigation by keeping your knots the same, by keeping your direction, your heading the same, by making the wind corrections yourself, and also maintaining your timing. You will get to your destination, to your waypoint, easy. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of knowledge to know your aircraft, maintaining your aircraft steady, and also on cruising altitudes and cruising speed and everything else. As long as you do all of that, the navigation is very easy. Yeah, you're supposed to know the map a little bit more, so that's why you have to study the map. But as long as you see around you, like I saw that forest that had like an S shape, or that city town that looked like a person. I know it sounds ridiculous, but those are good reference points. If you got good reference points, then you're more than confident that you're in the right direction, you're in the right path, and you're going, and you know where you're supposed to be going, and you're not gonna get lost. Because using F10, the key F10, you're gonna cheat yourself, and it doesn't make you feel like a actual pilot. So I never use the F10. I always take it out, and I always use the knee board. I always use my sectional chart. This is gonna guide you throughout the entire war. So that's it. I know it's a long video, but we cover a lot. This is my knowledge on how I go around on these maps, on these missions. So I'm glad I blew up the bridge. I didn't get to shoot down no enemy aircrafts around the AO, but that's still fine because I got to my destination safe and sound, and that's what matters the most. So this is Top Gun Maverick Pilot here in DCS World.